Hello, fellow historians. Welcome to another episode of Driving and the News for this Documenting History channel. If this is your first time landing on this video, the purpose of this video and others like it is to document history for future generations. And I do that by uploading my drives. Whenever I go places, I usually listen to the news, like to know what's going on. And by way of this channel, we're documenting history for future generations. I'm on my way to Montville, New Jersey. Montville is a small town north of Boonton, New Jersey. So we're going from Paterson to Montville, and we're going to see what's going on in the news.
And over in Queens Village, 14 people suffered relatively minor injuries in a row of attached houses that went up in flames Saturday afternoon. Anthony Galliardo lives there. He said it could have been a lot worse.
And we were just fortunate and lucky that nobody got killed because there were kids that live here and they play there's an alleyway in the back.
Carol Diori at 1010 Winds at 92.3 FM in Queens.
And the NYPD now says regarding the Woodside fire that 2 people ages 7 and 29 are in critical condition but are expected to survive. Winds News Time 2:24. Violence late last night in Corona, Queens. Police say 5 men were stabbed just before midnight. This apparently was a bar fight. The men came out of a bar and got into it. Police say it is not gang related. All the injuries are said to be minor. Police are looking for 2 suspects who fled the scene. There's a growing frustration in Canarsie about a lack of reliable transit options. A rally is scheduled for this afternoon to push for bringing ferry service to Canarsie. Jabril Jallo is founder of the Canarsie-based advocacy group, the Flossie Organization.
Eric Adams had said that Canarsie deserves a ferry. Fast forward, he's not a mayor, and we've been pushing and petitioning and asking and demanding that he finally connects Canarsie to the system that's, I think, seen over 1 million riders and more, but he just hasn't responded, so we're coming out again to re-up our call and put on the pressure.
Ferry service was expanded during the de Blasio administration, but without a stop in Canarsie. City Hall issued a statement saying today, in part, New York City Ferry plays an important role as a transit option, and we welcome New Yorkers' advocacy and excitement about New York City Ferry and the recognition about the critical part it plays in our communities. While we currently have no plans for expansion, our focus is on making our current service more accessible, equitable, and financially sustainable. Winds News Time 2:25.
Need a little help? O'Reilly Auto Parts can help. Need advice? We've got advice. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. Exceptional customer service. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people. O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hey, fantasy football owners, the road to winning your fantasy football championship starts now. I'm Matt Harmon from Reception Perception. Join me and James Coe as we take a deep dive into the decision that's going to make or break your fantasy roster. Wide receivers. We analyze route running, target share, and all the metrics that matter, giving you the insights you need to draft the best wide receivers. As you prep for your draft, let us give you the coverage you need. Follow and listen to Reception Perception on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Winds News Time 2:26. Now Bloomberg Money Watch.
A diamond is forever.
We're passing exit 56 Squarewood Road, Woodland Park, formerly known as West Paterson.
CEO of jeweler Angara says a big factor is the sparklingly rapid ascent of lab-grown diamonds.
This quarter, more than half of engagement rings in the U.S. will have a lab-grown center. This is from 2% in 2018.
Not only are lab-growns chemically identical, they're a lot cheaper, like a lot.
Lab-grown diamonds are now 90% cheaper than the natural equivalent.
So instead of asking, how else could 2 months' salary last forever? Maybe the proper question should be, why would you spend 2 months' salary? Daga thinks not many will.
I think in the next 5 years, 80% of diamond engagement rings will have a lab-grown center. The 20% will be if you're a Harry Winston or a Graf or a Tiffany, that end of the market will still go with natural.
So maybe folks at that end could spend 2 months of your salary. Bloomberg Money Watch at 26 and 56 past every hour. I'm Andrew O'Day for 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
Winds News Time 2:27.
Honey, is our car still under warranty?
No, not anymore.
My sister just got an extended service plan from Ox Car Care.
Ox Car Care?
Yeah, Ox will cover our repair bills if anything happens to our car, new brakes, a transmission, AC, or engine problems. Plus, Ox Car Care offers free oil changes, tire rotation, and roadside assistance.
Wait a minute, we pay nothing on the repairs? Ox gets it fixed for us? Free oil changes, free tire rotation, and free roadside assistance? What's the number?
800-270-8132. Ox has a 30-day money-back guarantee and an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. They handle their claims from start to finish, unlike other warranty companies. We should call now. 800-270-8132.
The last thing we need is an unexpected car repair bill. I'm calling Ox Car Care now.
Call Ox Car Care for your free quote. 800-270-8132. Ask about senior and military discounts. Don't get stuck with a major car repair bill. Call Ox Car Care. 800-270-8132 or oxcarcare.com.
Coming up, all eyes on tropical storm and perhaps soon Hurricane Debbie, about to hit the Gulf Coast of Florida. A story in a minute.
At California Psychics.
Oh boy, we got a hurricane headed to Florida. Hope it's not going to be too bad.
Is a love song. Where are all the songs about cats? Well, the joy of early bedtime. And of course, the PDA. Looking for love sucks. Thankfully, California Psychics can give you the guidance you need to help you find the...
We're taking exit 53 for those of you familiar with this area.
Don't make the grade. That's why we can guarantee...
You can take this exit to Wayne, New Jersey, to Butler, New Jersey, and to Verona, New Jersey.
Connect with us at CaliforniaPsychics.com.
We're going to be taking 23 North.
Receive 20 minutes for just $20. So you could be feeling all lovey-dovey real soon. Experience the joy of certainty. California Psychics.
Now this message. Injured? Call Spector and Associates Injury Attorneys. 800-318.
We're ready for the 2:30 headlines in about 1 minute.
We have warm, humid conditions this afternoon. A few showers, a heavy, gusty thunderstorm in our area. Watch out for ponding on roads, a high of 83. We'll get down to a low of 73 tonight. Tomorrow, sunny to partly cloudy, hot and humid again with a high of 91. Good afternoon. I'm Bite Mishkin. Winds News Time at the Tone, 2:30.
Good afternoon. I am Stephanie Officer. As Florida braces for Debbie, we just got some new information about the tropical storm. It is now packing 65-mile-an-hour winds. That's less than 10 miles shy of hurricane strength. And it's expected to keep growing stronger before making landfall.
Florida prepping for what the National Hurricane Center says is the fourth storm of the season. Debbie expected to make landfall in the Big Bend area in the northern part of the state Monday with strong winds, life-threatening storm surge, and up to 20 inches of rain. Governor Ron DeSantis says a hurricane warning is already in effect.
There's going to be a lot of trees that are going to fall down. You're going to have debris. You are going to have power interruptions.
Richard Pash, senior hurricane specialist at the National Hurricane Center, says there's concern because Debbie will be moving slowly.
One of the big concerns is going to be very heavy rains and flooding with more than 20 inches of rain expected over some parts of the southeastern U.S.
He says Georgia and the Carolinas also in Debbie's sights. I'm Julie Walker.
What's news time 2:31. Traffic, transit on the ones. Gloria Chapa.
All right, let's go ahead and take you into the Bronx, where you're going to see some slow traffic on the westbound cross Bronx. So this is going to be from White Plains Road into the George, eastbound from the George to 3rd Avenue. Heading southbound on the New England Thruway in Westchester, just before exit 19 in Rye. Looks like we have a car fire causing a little bit of a slowdown. And moving into Brooklyn, westbound BQE after Metropolitan Avenue, there's a stall and it's in the right lane. Do see a little bit of a slowdown there. And then both directions are slow into Atlantic Avenue. That's fairly normal stuff, though. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and take a look at what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. Expect Manhattan-bound delays on the RFK Bridge, Queens-bound delay on the Throgs Neck Bridge. Try the Whitestone instead. And over to the Hudson River crossings, you're going to see 35 to 40 inbound from 8095 on the George, 15 to 20 outbound. Lincoln and Holland are 20 minutes in and 15 minutes on the outbound side. Traffic and transit every 10 minutes on the ones. And breaking traffic alerts as they happen. I'm Gloria Chapa. stop at 1010 Winds, 92.3 FM.
Winds News Time 2:32. Now for your official 1010 Winds AccuWeather forecast, here is meteorologist Matt Bennett.
And so far, we've been trying to avoid those raindrops, so it does look like a couple of drops are starting to fall here in Midtown, and certainly some heavier rain to our north and west. We'll continue to watch for the threat for more showers and some heavy gusty thunderstorms here for the remainder of this afternoon. Into this evening, main concern will be ponding on roads, and this shouldn't be as widespread as what we saw last night. So if there's any good news, hopefully we're not dealing with it all afternoon. Our high today up to 83. Into tonight, lingering shower, thunderstorm early on, otherwise humid with clouds breaking late, low of 73. Tomorrow, a hot and humid day, sunny to partly cloudy, high of 91. Can't rule out a stray thunderstorm as well late in the day, especially north of the city. Tuesday, mostly cloudy, still humid with a few showers and a thunderstorm, some of which could be heavy for the afternoon on Tuesday through Tuesday night with a high of 84. And a couple more showers, even a thunderstorm on Wednesday, especially south of the city with a high of just 75. Right now, it's 81 degrees in Central Park under partly cloudy skies. Repeating, the current temperature is 81, heading up to 83 this afternoon in Midtown. I'm meteorologist Matt Banza, New York's weather station, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
Winds News Time 2:33.
More. Hi, Little Bob here from Bob's Discount Furniture. Here to let you know that we're opening a brand new store in Toms River, located at 1288 Cooper Avenue. That'll make over 170 stores from coast to coast, bringing even more of my everyday low prices to the people of New Jersey. And if you can't wait, MyBobs.com is the quickest and easiest way to get unbeatable furniture prices delivered straight to your home today. That's my brand new Bob's Discount Furniture, coming to Toms River this Labor Day weekend.
Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman invites you to the free summer concert series at Eisenhower Park, sponsored by NYU Langone Health. Sunday, August 11th. Don't miss Grammy-winning artist Living Color. Showtime, 6:30.
Crossing Midwood Road and Scalza Drive there on the left. Want to thank all the viewers that come in and visit my channel. I really appreciate it.
A study with new information finds more than 1.7 million New Jersey workers are excluded from the state's family leave law that would let them return to their jobs after taking temporary absences to care for newborns or sick family members. This according to Gothamist. Now, to qualify, you have to have been employed for a year, work more than 1,000 hours in that year, and work either for a business with at least 30 employees or the government. The study also found those most likely to be affected by this tend to be younger, women, and low income. Some of the industries included are healthcare, libraries, and food prep. New Jersey workers with job protections can take up to 12 weeks off to care for or bond with a new baby in the first year after birth or adoption, or care for a sick well, excuse me, a little frog in my throat, or care for a sick family member. The updated study is from Rutgers Center for Women and Work. To Venezuela, where the U.S. and other countries...
Got some farm fresh produce there on the right.
After recognizing opposition...
It's closed right now, though.
Gonzalez as the winner in last weekend's elections. Incumbent Nicolas Maduro declared he won a third presidential term, and its government has been cracking down on protests against the election, widely viewed as stolen.
Since Nicolas Maduro declared victory in last Sunday's vote, his security services have moved to violently crush protests, arresting nearly 1,000. At least 20 people killed, according to Human Rights Watch. The United States on Thursday recognized Maduro's opponent, Edmundo Gonzalez, as the election's winner, calling for a peaceful transition. The opposition has published voting tallies they say show Gonzalez's overwhelming victory. Maduro still yet to release detailed results.
It's Patrick Reevil reporting. When it's News Time 2:36, British Prime Minister Keir Starmer condemning the mob going after a hotel housing asylum seekers. This is the latest act of violence linked to last month's stabbing rampage that left 3 girls dead.
There are attacks happening on a hotel in Rotherham. Marauding gangs intent on law-breaking, or worse.
TV footage shows officers facing a barrage of projectiles as they tried calming things down. Police are now warning they are being stretched too thin, adding all the focus on the riots may stop them from investigating other crimes. Winds News Time 2:36. 1010 Winds Entertainment News next.
Autism affects 1 in 36 children who, after the age of 22...
We're here on the intersection of Chapel Hill Road.
That's 1 million young people over the next...
And 202, which is also known as Boonton Turnpike.
support themselves. Love Michael is a 501c3 nonprofit organization which advocates for the advancement of autistic adults in the workplace and the community. Learn more at lovemichael.com. That's LUV Michael.com.
What does your retirement look like? With Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor can help you grow and protect your wealth. They'll look at your full financial picture and help you create a flexible retirement income strategy that considers things like market conditions and healthcare expenses.
Off to the left, we have Lincoln Park PAL Community Center.
Supply advisory services
and an Italian restaurant there on the right, but I think it's closed because I saw a realtor sign.
LLC member NYSE SIPC.
Don't miss out on summer brake deals at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Right now, get 15% off a set of Brake Best Select, Select Pro, or Import Direct brake pads and 2 rotors. Restore quality braking and improve stopping performance with parts and advice from the professional parts people. Save money now when you visit O'Reilly Auto Parts or O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. Lands News Time 2:38. Now 1010 Wins Entertainment News. Charlie XCX's Brad Summer Beyond viral, and Billie Eilish now in on the fun for the Guest remix. Oh, this song, I love it, of Charlie's new album. Quite the way to ring in 32 for the English singer. The video starts with a house party. Billie crashes it with a tractor, and it ends on a mound of underwear. It's all for a good cause. The unworn underwear will be donated to domestic violence survivors through I Support the Girls, a group that collects these items for women experiencing homelessness and poverty. Well, when you're as famous as Martha Stewart, how do you ring in a birthday while at the Paris Olympics? With a cookie, of course.
Martha, yes, he brought you a birthday cake. Okay.
The gas here, regular cash is $3.17, regular credit is $3.23, and diesel is $3.47.
Hollywood host Scott Evans and surprised Stewart with a colorful macaron tower in honor of birthday number 83 yesterday. And Cookie Monster and Snoop danced to Drop It Like It's Hot remix. Where else? On TikTok. Oh, it's news time, 2:39.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us too in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Want election coverage without political bias? Make 1010 Wins your election station.
The Newswatch never stops. This is 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good afternoon, 81 degrees, 240 on your Sunday, August 4th, a new week. Welcome to it. I am Stephanie Officer. Here's what's happening. More drenching wet weather on the way today. We'll start you off there. Flames blew through a row of 7 houses in Queens. We're bringing that story. A judge has set August 16th as the date for former President Trump's federal election interference case. The U.S., UK, and Jordan urging their citizens to leave Lebanon as the threat of a conflict materializes. We now know the fate of the guy who decided to steal LeBron's Jackie Robinson statue down south. In sports, Suni Lee wins the bronze on the uneven bars in gymnastics. Djokovic gets his first ever gold medal. 81 degrees, light rain, feels like 88 in Midtown. Wins News Time 241. Traffic transit on the ones. Gloria Chapa.
And if you're heading westbound on the BQE after Metropolitan Avenue, there's a stall in the right lane. You'll see a little bit of a delay actually in both directions. And then both directions are going to be slow into Atlantic Avenue, which is fairly normal. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. Starting at the Upper East River crossings, Throgs Neck, now you'll see a little delay approaching the Queensbound side. side. The Whitestone's doing fine. RFK is a little heavy going into Manhattan, and you're going to see delays at the Queens Midtown Tunnel tolls. Meanwhile, heading over to the Hudson's, the George 35 to 40 in both levels, 15 to 20 out. Lincoln and Holland are both 20 minutes inbound, 15 minutes on the outbound side. And heading over to the westbound cross Bronx, in the Bronx, obviously, it's going to be slow. White Plains Road into the George eastbound is going to be a little heavy from the George into 3rd Avenue. I'm Gloria Chapa. Our next report at 2:51, 1010 wins, 92.3 FM.
All right, those sweltering temperatures yesterday broke with last night's summer rain and more wet weather today. Our AccuWeather meteorologist, Matt Benz.
Stephanie, it's a rinse and repeat kind of weather pattern. Yesterday we were talking about showers and heavy thunderstorms crossing the tri-state. Here we are again talking about the chance of showers and heavy thunderstorms crossing the tri-state, though coverage may not be as widespread as yesterday, but be aware any storm can be gusty, delivering the threat for some heavy rainfall that can lead to ponding on roads. This activity will wind down quickly into this evening. Then it's back to the heat for tomorrow. Temperatures back into the lower 90s by tomorrow afternoon. Stephanie?
Thank you. Of course, stay right here with us on 1010 Wins, 92.3 FM, the Odyssey app, 1010wins.com for all of your updates. This as we move into a record day 23 under the city's emergency heat plan for this summer. Phew. So how do you and yours handle in this extreme weather?
Whether it's heat, whether it's the thunderstorms tonight, make sure you have a plan. Make sure you know what to do. Make sure you're monitoring the forecast. You know, for tonight, make sure your cell phone battery is charged. Those thunderstorms can move pretty fast, so be someplace where you can get inside pretty quickly if you need to. Should we get some thunderstorms tonight?
Zach Iskel, New York City's Emergency Management Commissioner there. Don't forget, if you, like we all do, need a break from these high temps, you can pull up the NYC Cool Map for places you can go if AC is not an option for you, or call 311. Way into news time, 2:44. What's left behind now in Queens Village is a mess after intense flames sliced through a chain of 7 homes yesterday afternoon.
Anthony Gagliardi said he couldn't sleep thinking about his neighbors whose homes on Francis Lewis Boulevard were completely destroyed. This was a 5-alarm blaze in a row of attached houses between Hillside Avenue and 89th Avenue. His home was spared, and he said it could have been so much worse. It seems the fire spread quickly in the alley behind the houses.
The condition of the way these properties were kept prior, it's understandable that there was a fire. Motorcycles, probably e-bikes. I'm hoping they can restore these back to they were, but I wouldn't be surprised if they bring the wrecker's ball.
In all, there were 14 injuries. 11 of them were to firefighters, but none was life-threatening, and foul play isn't suspected. Carol Diori at 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM in Queens Village.
And this morning over in Woodside, the FDNY had to deal with another blaze that injured half a dozen people. NYPD confirms to Wins 2 of them, ages 7 and 29, are in critical condition but expected to survive.
Difficult morning here in Queens. Our dispatch office started receiving calls for a first floor fire at 6806 37th Road. We had units on scene within 3 minutes. The fire was confined to the first floor.
That voice belongs to FDNY Deputy Assistant Chief Michael Woods. The response yielded 60 firefighters. They got it under control about an hour after they received the call. Well, a Hell's Kitchen catcalling incident that got further out of hand.
We're here at the Lake Valhalla Club. Wanted to thank you guys for joining me. In this episode, it's a long one, so we do apologize.